back to Jolty Plays! We're playing Final Fantasy XIV. We're gonna advance story. Maybe we can get to Shadowbringers today? I mean, you said there were only, what, 19 quests? 16? 16 quests, 2 dungeons. I knew Asahi was planning some manner of treachery, but a summoning? Thank the Kami you were here, my friend. None of us would have escaped Yotsuyu's vengeance and had you not intervened. She was a pawn, aye, but she still had a choice, and she chose to submit to the ambassador's plan. 'Tis little wonder Gosetsu departed in silence. I gather he left the same way he came, alone aboard a rowing boat. As for the conscripts, most made it to the Sekibune before the battle began in earnest. But the vessel yet waits on the riverbanks for those who did not flee in time. Then I suggest we put this doleful place behind us and make for the Enclave together. 'Twould be a shame to miss the joyous reunion. Dude, one of my friends on Orihime sent me a Giraffosaurus. I don't know how else to describe that mount. It's a Giraffosaurus. Those weird dinosaur-looking mounts that have the long necks. No response? Okay.
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass.
Hey look, more of those wolf guys. Yay. I would love to have those wolf guys as a beast tribe.
Ah, there you are.
I would not mind it as a playable race either. Gosetsu. Oh. He shaved his head.
Gosetsu, your hair. My friend, what have you done?
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering.
All of them?
It is his choice.
A fulsome farewell makes for an enjoyable journey.
It would be wrong to force him
Scarcely
to
have we
stay.
said our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'tis well that my companions find their own way forward. I must endeavor to do the same.
I have faith that you will find the best path for Doma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
You have earned it 1,000 times over. Go in peace, my friend. I shall make of Doma a land where children laugh and none need live in fear.
There is no better way to honor those who went before. And with that, I take my leave.
Bye, Gotatsu! I'm glad that you didn't go the way I thought you did. Over! Welcome to the stream! Ah, Gosetsu, fair journey to you, my friend. A bittersweet occasion, but there is yet ample cause to be grateful. Pray, join us in the Kainkan? I would thank you properly. Okay. Meow? No, poor Chocobo. Speaking of Chocobo, okay, I have 58. For some reason, I thought I needed to get more Gissel Greens. Maybe it wasn't Jolty that was out. Maybe it was one of my other characters that ran out of Gissel Greens. Yeah. I thought I was out. I just checked my bar. I have 58. I know one of my characters I needed to buy more. I have several characters that can summon Chocobos now. I just don't think I ever got around to buying the Gissel Greens. I have several characters that made it up to level 30 on at least one job. I think at least half my characters can summon the Chocobo to help fight. I could be wrong. It might be less than that. Our brothers and sisters are returned to us, and the dream of Doma's restoration is that much closer to being realized. It is a day that will live long in memory, and one that would never have dawned without the courageous actions of the Scions. On behalf of Doma and her people, we give you our deepest thanks. You don't have to bow to me. It's one of those, I'm shy. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You don't need to bow. hide my face in my hand. No. It's okay. Don't bow to me. Lest you think me complacent, I assure you, I have not forgotten the dark cloud on the horizon. Ow, my foot. That Xenos lives is a source of grave concern. Mayhap the greatest. Yet there is little to be done but wait for Alphino to send word. Until then, I plan to devote myself to fulfilling the promise I made to... No, I am not on Exodus. I am on Lamia. Hey, Reaper, how you doing? I was on Excalibur last night, though. Gosetsu, by building a nation in which none need live in fear. Sigh, I confess I miss him already, but the thought that he has at least found peace goes some way to softening the blow. I wonder, did you ever stop to ask yourself why he showed Yotsuyu such kindness? The Lady of Bliss trial? Where in story is that? I just took on the lunar lady Yotsuyu turned into. I don't remember what her name was. Meh. She was one of the icons, though. I believe the answer lies in past tragedy, specifically the death of his wife and daughter during the invasion. Though he hid it well, they were never far from his thoughts. And in Yotsuyu's childlike mien, I believe he saw not a fallen tyrant, but the little girl who was lost to him. Aww. After the loss of his family, Gosetsu devoted himself wholly to the service of his country. He suffered any hardship, strove beyond the limits of endurance without hesitation or complaint. Though Tsuyu could never truly replace his daughter, I had hoped that with her at his side, he might live out the remainder of his days in relative contentment. Blech, I can't read. The words are too small. Yeah. Oh, you're almost at the end of Stormblood as well. Okay. That's cool. Wait, the Lady of Bliss trial, I wonder if that's the one I just completed. She's the lunar lady, right? Half black hair, half white hair that Yotsuyu turned into? I don't know. Would that the kami had been so minded. Even now, I labor to discern any meaning in Yotsuyu's fate, to deliver her from certain death with no memory of her sins, only to leave her at the mercy of her stepbrother. Can that truly have been their will? Emanation? I don't think I've reached that point yet. That I cannot tell you. The will of the kami is not for us to know. Level 68? Yeah, I don't think I'm quite there yet. What I do know is that for a brief moment, a girl known as Suyu lived among us, and that she brought with her a whisper of respite for a grieving heart. I'll check and see what that was. Oh, I'm doing level... This was a level 70 quest, so... Maybe I'm slightly beyond you. Yeah, I'm up to level 70 quests, so... If you're at... Yeah, I'm a summoner level 71. So yeah, I think... If you're at 68, that's actually well before this, because this is the second half of Stormblood. I think you're nearing the end of the first part of Stormblood, because the whole second half is all level 70 stuff. So you're not quite through the first half. I'm almost through with it. I'm about to enter Shadowbringers. I'm gonna try and get there today. I think it's time we were going, don't you? We've done all we can here, and we have a lot to report. But before we head back to the Rising Stones, let's call in at Relger's Reach. We should be the ones to tell Lise about Xenos. After everything we went through together, we owe her that. Okay, so I need to go to Relger's Reach now. There we go. Relger's Reach. Ding dong. Ah, ding dong. Relger's Reach. Yeah, I have one other character that has made it to Stormblood, and she's kind of on hold right now and can't go any farther because I'm waiting on a friend that I was playing with. I'm on my way to the Red Sea with that character, is Kirara. No, I thought you were playing on your guitar, so I started a stream. Except I'm only 18 minutes into the stream. Okay, maybe we'll play later after I finish my stream. I do 2-hour videos, Josh. It's only been 18 minutes. Which means it's probably not a good idea for you to play anything. You should probably rest your eyes. Why don't you take a nap? My eyes burn when I'm tired.
My eyes burn when my eyeglasses need to be wiped because there's like a bunch of oil near my eyes.
I don't know. My eyes burn when I'm tired. Jolty, Alize, you're back. No Alpha, no. Headstrong brother, he's off on what will almost certainly turn out to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlemald. It's a long story, but we have evidence that Xenos might still be alive. What? But that's... If this is a joke, gods, this had better be a joke. Never heard a Jolteon growl before? I mean... My Build-A-Bear makes Jolteon noises. It kind of growled. Hashtag not sponsored, by the way. I got my Jolteon for my birthday.
You don't need a
I love it.
sponsor. Your name is Jolteon.
I don't need a sponsor. My name is Jolteon. But yeah, my Build-A-Bear makes Jolteon noises. I love it. Look, I know what I saw, alright? We all saw it. And here you are saying he's alive and well and living the high life back in Garlemald? I know how ludicrous this sounds. I'm still having difficulty believing it myself. But while I might doubt the word of an Imperial envoy...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Got a little excited there for a second.
I'm inclined to trust Jolteon's. She saw the Crown Prince through the echo in a meeting that could only have taken place in the recent past.
Hey, Mom, you gonna help me put that stand together?
Maybe in a little bit. I ain't putting it together right now.
Oh, like later, I'm not seeing it.
No, it must have been, I don't know, some kind of really convincing imposter. Xenos is dead. He had a great big hole in his neck. We buried him. I and someone went to the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? That's gilded. Thal's gilded halls. Whatever are you talking about? Thancred, what brings you to the Reach? Alphino had me lending a hand at the Saltry, keeping an eye on the rebuilding work and so on, just until operations were up and running. And now that they are, I thought I might look in on you before wending my weary way back to headquarters. Forgive me if I misheard, but is there some suggestion the late Crown Prince could have gotten better? If so, might I suggest a quick look inside his coffin as our first order of business? As much as I hated the man, it doesn't feel right defiling his grave, but if it will put this rumor to rest, I suppose we have to. And when there are no curious eyes about, if we can manage it. Sorry, I'm having a hard time reading. My eyeballs don't want to function right. Xenos is buried up at Bloodhow in the locks. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked so as not to upset the locals. Then it shouldn't be too hard to find. Nago, you're in charge until I get back. Okie dokie, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it when my friends look in on me while I'm streaming. Oh look, my weird man-faced Ariman. This thing is so weird. I got this from Palace of the Dead, actually. The guy standing outside that you, I don't know, you can give him something and he'll, let you get, I think there's some mounts and some minions that you can get. Where's...
Fine. How you doing?
And we shall call it Eureka? Jolteon Wilburn of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, if I'm not mistaken. Very good. I've a message for you from Aunt Rowena. Well, it's more of a request, I suppose, though I don't have any details of consequence. Rowena, isn't she from Gridania? I think Rowena's in Gridania. She'd like you to assist with the exploration of a recently discovered island. Surely you'd be interested in that sort of thing, being an adventurer. If you are, then you should head up to Kugane and see Kotokaze, the proprietress of the Shiokaze hostelry. It's a long way to go, I know, but the island's out that way anyway, so... Okay. I'm guessing this is going to be a new dungeon? Ow. Flashlight. Flashlight in my face. No, not really. It actually hurts my eyeballs. Apparently I have something right here that I need to turn in. This is not story-based. This is a side crest. Side crest! It's a side crest! 'Cause I can't Englimish! Ah! I can't Englimish. Yeah, that's what I thought. Do you need help, honey? Taking a picture of the back of your TV? Okay. What's the 3.5 cable? Do what?
Earphones, headset.
Oh.
Headset.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my husband was standing in front of my TV, so I couldn't see the words. I know y'all were probably wondering what the heck I was going like this for. It's because my husband was standing on like this part of my screen and I couldn't see the "it is you." I could see like legendary and beyond. I couldn't see anything before legendary. It is you, the legendary adventurer, instrumental in the liberation of our homeland. Though it took an army to see it through, I have heard tell of your singular accomplishment, both here and in faraway lands. Hehe, I know the type. You are a warrior through and through, ever searching for a new challenge, a woman who lives for those moments when all hangs in the balance. Did I say something odd? No, of course not. Ahem. Not far from here is a place where monks of the first of Rhalgr once honed body and spirit, the circles of answering, and by the grace of our Doman patron it is reborn. She who fights with strength of stone unyielding, breathes deep of boundless sky and embraces serenity of rolling sea. Against her none can stand. But wit To wit, you will face striking dummies possessed of the fortitude of fantastic fiends and otherworldly foes. Attack them with your might and main, and should you triumph in the allotted time, you will know you have the strength to defeat them. Though you may still die in the process, they are dummies, after all, and will not hit back. But that goes without saying. Doubtless you are intrigued. When curiosity overwhelms you, I shall deliver you to Stone Sky. Well, it is still the Circle of Answering in name, but you must nevertheless embrace the wisdom of the elements to overcome your trials. Oh, how foolish of me. I forgot to tell you the best part. It's free! Okay. You now have access to the Circles of Answering, an expansion of Stone Sky Sea. The training ground can be accessed by speaking with the battle-scarred veteran outside Relger's reach. Okay, so I have access to something new. Where am I going? Wow. It was a green check mark right outside, so I looked at it. I'm getting in trouble for getting sidetracked. Alamegan Quarter. Port of Pretoria. Okay, I want to go to the Port of Pretoria. Hmm? Samsung? Oh. I have no idea where to find the TV serial number. Isn't it usually like on the back? This is it. Gods, he'd better be in there. Someone scrawled all over the stone a while ago, but I had it scrubbed off and thought no more about it. So no one thought to check if the coffin was still occupied? Well then, we are presented with but one course of action, and we had best be sure we are not observed in the doing of it. Shall we begin? Okay. Now, is he that other one that I was talking about a dungeon? That was a distraction dungeon.
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
Well, it must be somewhere. I only hope it isn't walking around.
And it gives you all your shit. Oh, it's model.
Hmm?
That's not a stick, that's
If there's no corpse, then are we to conclude the rumors are true? Not necessarily. We might still be dealing with a doppelganger of some kind. An agent could have been sent to dispose of the body in a bid to lend credence to the tale of Xenos' resurrection. More and more, however, I find myself siding with Alphino's theory of Asian possession. Speaking from experience, I can tell you they have no qualms about taking a living host, let alone a dead one. You're saying an Asian is walking around in Xenos' body? It seems a distinct possibility. Once I have put this grave back the way we found it, I shall pay a visit to the people responsible for entering the Crown Prince. Before leaping to any conclusions, I want to know for sure if a body was ever buried here, and how certain we are that Xenos was properly dead. If he wasn't, that was some trick. He as good as cut his own head off. Anyway, Raubon needs to hear about this. If you find anything out, send word to me at Ralger's Reach. I don't know why I'm surprised with matters settling down in Doma. We were due another crisis. Shall we make for the Rising Stones then? It's past time we shared these developments with the others. I wonder if Tataru is back in Rising Stones. Oh, they automatically took me here. I didn't even have to teleport. That's nice. Saved me monies, yep. While I was waiting for you to arrive, I spoke with Urianger over Link Pearl and gave him a full report. Yustola is on her way and should be here any... Ah! Speak of the devil. Alize, Joltion, 'tis good to see you safe and well. What news have you from the east? Explains the situation. Lover! Disturbing developments indeed. Given all that we know, I too would conclude that an Asian now inhabits Xenos' body. A doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinates, but Joltion? Nay, Alphino had the right of it. Would that his wisdom extended to the question of his own safety. Capable though he has become, he ventures alone into the enemy's stronghold, and the shadowy web of the paragons like as not. Ding dong. Are you a fish? Are you a fish? Fish? Fish, 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 fish. Ow, that was my finger. When it comes to making rash decisions, I'm hardly in position to criticize, but I'm worried. I just wish there were something I could do for him besides pray. Did my finger taste that good? You're just gonna sit there and lick your lips? She managed to catch my finger while I was playing with her, and then she proceeded to lick her lips like it tasted non-malicious.
They say that's a $3,000.
Meanwhile, in the
Well,
Imperial
they say that's
Palace.
a $3,200 TV. You believe it? Some people pay $2,000 for it. Yeah, you can find it for $2,000.
We cannot suffer icons to exist. Was I not clear on this point? More than clear, the icon in question was summarily dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner is dead, and the rite beyond repeating. Everything proceeded according to plan.
That's a 5-year-old TV. 2015 is when they were made.
Huh.
That kind of pisses me off a little bit, but I guess I've had it for that long.
You've had it for about 5 years.
It's time to give you this TV and get me another one. I don't think if we put that over there, I don't think we could open the door up if I got it.
Yeah, no, we wouldn't be able to open the door. We'd have to figure another way to set things up if you gave me your TV.
You want my TV? You know you do.
Your TV is huge. I don't need a TV that big, although it might make it easier for me to read. I've been having to squint lately.
It'd be so fun to play games on it, though, I think. It'd be bigger, yeah. Words would be
Yeah, my glasses are a little over a year old. I just got these last year.
I'm just saying.
I have 2 viewers. Hello!
I'm just saying, if I gave you that TV, could I put another same size TV there?
Same size? No.
You don't think so?
No.
It would be more out to here, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah. We wouldn't be able to put them side by side. One would end up being slightly behind the other.
How much wider? Because taller doesn't matter.
If we
It's
can...
like that much more bigger, isn't it?
If we went taller instead of wider, that would be okay.
Don't do that. It would be the same, probably.
But yeah, we couldn't fit another TV the same size as yours,
I want
side
to
by
measure
side.
it and see how much more it would take, you know?
Because if my TV sticks out much more that way, it's you'd be not only would you not be able to get out of the house, you'd never be able to get in the closet either. The opening the closet would knock the TV over every time.
To move that way, you would have my TV in that room, but then we wouldn't be next to each other.
Yeah, I know. I like being able to sit next to you while I
I
play.
guess I could always give that TV to Sissy. She would fucking die to have that.
I mean, she would love having that TV. But if you were to get a TV that was bigger than the one you have,
No, I would get the same.
it'd have to be the
Right,
same size.
But there's no way I could get a bigger one. It would kick you out. I mean, the next big one would be a 75-inch.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking probably half more of your TV there, so it wouldn't work out.
See, I wouldn't mind getting like a taller TV for me.
I mean, it's one thing if we could put your TV up there on the wall, you know, but
Like
they
where
can't do
your
that.
poster is?
Yeah.
I mean, we could even get one that size and hang it there.
Or mine could go up there.
But the thing with that is you have to make sure that you hit the right point, otherwise there won't be anything to hold it up and it'd just fall.
Yeah, it's not good.
And we're not professionals. We'd have to have somebody professionally hang the TV on the wall.
Yeah, I guess I'm either stuck having the same size or yeah. I don't know.
Sorry, distractions.
I'm just thinking because my TV and certain, I don't know if it's my game, but like when I play Red Dead or watch certain movies, like the dark, you know, is like blue. You know.
I mean, it is a 5-year-old TV, so it's probably getting to where you're going to need a new one.
Yeah, getting old.
Mine's older than yours, and I'm surprised I haven't had to get a new TV.
Yeah, that's true. Yours is like 8 years old.
Yeah, because I inherited your TV when you got this TV.
Yep. Oh, so maybe it's
Yeah, you had it for like 2 or 3 years
Yeah,
before.
it's like an 8 year.
It's or 10.
I don't think it could be.
Cause you had this for at least 3 or 4
You know
years
what?
before you got that one.
I think I had that TV at the underneath by Smitty's barrel.
Yeah.
I think I had it there.
That's what I said. We had it for like 3, 4, maybe even 5 years. This is like a 10-year-old TV.
Yeah.
My TV is older than yours, and it works better than yours.
I'd probably have to get a curve though, because the curve does make it where we could fit better. If not, yours would be more out because it's curved.
Yeah.
Yours fits right behind. Well, sort of right behind.
Anyway, everything proceeded according to plan. Every party behaved exactly as required. Apparently his father's not too happy with it. My methods may seem extreme, but there is no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of this star.
Dude,
Yeah, he's definitely talking like an Asian.
Mom, I've been practicing guitar since you left this morning. So, because when you got back, I was still playing. So I played for what, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. I played for like 3 to 4 hours.
My foot itches.
Can you believe that? Look at my fingers. They're all like, I need to clean my guitar strings and all that again.
Yeah.
It's all black. Can't really
You have lines in your fingers from practicing so much.
Yeah, but there's black.
What are you doing fiddling with that thing? I asked you a question, soldier.
Yeah, huh.
This is the same guy we saw across from the grave. What are you? Have you lost your mind? Ah! I have lost many things, but my mind is yet my own. There upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final bow, only to find that the final was but an intermission. Who the hell is this guy? Pardon my French. Shall I use this chance to repent for my sins? Embrace goodness and mediocrity? Nay, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must go on. He almost sounds like Urianger, but slightly different. That's obviously not Urianger. I was going to say something really mean there, Izzy, but I decided to stay my tongue. You know what? I'm gonna say it anyway. You mean like your dad, Izzy?
Oh.
I'm sorry, he started it. My days are numbered. You started it.
All of us days are numbered. We're all free.
Okay. Ponder? That's not an actual emote, that's whatchamacallit. It's kind of like an emote, but I think it goes down in the text instead of actually you acting it out. Do you? Oh. So those square ones are facial expressions. Okay, I wasn't sure if it actually showed up on your face when you did it, or if it just said that you glowered menacingly or whatever. Okay. I just can't ever get zoomed in close enough to be able to see the expression on my face. Okay, so this is going to be a new expression once we complete this quest. Nice! It's been an eventful few days, hasn't it? But I suppose all we can do now is wait for word from Alphino. You know, I've noticed towards the end of the story, they start giving you, like, music scrolls, or emotes, or, I guess, facial expressions. And minions. It's been an eventful few days, hasn't it? But I suppose all we can do now is wait for word from Alphino. I don't recall the last time I had nothing pressuring to be getting on with. We should probably make the most of it. Shall I put on some tea? Oh God, she is bored. She's threatening to make tea. Tea would be lovely. You may regale me with the tale of your adventures in the Far East, and of your encounter with this new primal especially. Are we going to get an extreme version of that lunar one? Isn't she one of the ones that you can try for the birds? Yeah, Tsukuyomi. Oh, they're... Oh, that's right. These ones are wolves. Stormblood is wolves. Heaven's Ward was the birds. I don't have any of the birds except for the one that I got. I did get one bird. Shadowbringers is dragons. You'd think that would make more sense. Sorry, I keep getting distracted by conversations. I'm getting yelled at for being distracted again. I have ADD! I'll put the kettle on then. That table looks free if you'd like to take a seat. Okay, now I'm sitting at a table. Hey Daddy. I'm streaming. You have a video right here and you're gonna watch another video on YouTube on your phone. You're a dork. Watch it on your TV! Use your headset, come on! He's silly. Upon sitting at the table, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Okay. Interesting. So this Tsukuyomi was summoned in much the same manner as Susanoo, via the medium of a sacred relic. That's right. They believe their gods, or kami, reside in physical objects. Given the danger they represent, it may behoove us to begin a catalog of such relics. but if we are to contain the threat, we will require a better understanding of the summoning method itself. I believe I shall pay a visit to Doma and learn what I can on the subject. I mean, did we take the mirror? Did we take that lunar mirror? You're a ding-dong. It's from Chowder. Rada 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 rada. I'm sorry, I like schnitzel. Do what?
We're almost done at Velveeta because Elijah keeps eating it all.
He's kind of the pack mule. They make him carry everything. He's the heavy lifter. Sorry, now we're talking about Chowder. I don't know. A fine idea, and I know for a fact that our friends in Doma would be grateful for any information which could help to prevent further summoning in the region. I will pen you a letter of introduction. Lord Hien will wish to welcome our resident expert on aetherology. Greetings. Could it be that I'm in time for tea? You would think that we would grab the mirror and not just leave it there in that tower. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep coming back to that. Did we grab the mirror or did we just leave it there? It certainly looks that way. Come on, sit down and tell us how your investigations went. I wish they would just do voice acting for this. They told me that about Stormblood. I still have a lot of reading. After you left, I went about questioning Bloodhouse gravekeepers. They all told much the same story. Once Lisa and her officers had confirmed Xenos dead, his corpse was interred under strict supervision. There seems little reason to doubt their testimony on the point, but when I mentioned the defacement of Xenos' grave, accounts grew rather more vague. None reported having seen any suspicious persons in the vicinity, and all assumed the act to have been perpetrated by a vengeful Alamegan. Crucially, however, I was able to confirm that when the offending scrawl was removed, as per Lisa's instruction, no one involved thought to check the contents of the coffin. By that stage, 'tis like that the corpse was already missing. Assuming Xenos has not in fact risen from the dead, we are left with two possibilities. Either the body was disposed of to lend credence to the claims of an extremely committed imposter, or an Asian has taken up residence within it. If Asahi was as fervent a devotee as you believe, he would not have been fooled by an impersonation. However committed, we must assume that we are dealing with an Asian and proceed accordingly. Agreed. The question is, how many more such monsters are waiting for Alphino and Garlemald? Their presence was his chief reason for going. He understood the risks. I only hope he did not underestimate the extent of the infestation. Meanwhile, in the Imperial hypersonic assault craft L-24? Master Alphino, we are making good speed towards our destination. Is aught amiss? Nay, 'tis just I can see naught from my cabin, and was curious to know the land over which we flew. Ah, I am afraid our military craft are built with little thought for such niceties. I am happy to indulge your curiosity. However, we are presently passing over the burn on the western edge of Othard. Even with the benefit of a porthole, your gaze would have been greeted with naught but malms upon malms of lifeless earth. I have read something of the burn. It was described as a desolate wasteland, bled dry of every last drop of ether. Aye, it is believed that a succession of icon summonings were responsible. When Emperor Solus first came to Othard and beheld this blight, he is said to have reeled at the scale of the devastation. He declared icons a threat to our very star's existence, and issued an empire-wide decree decree ordering the eradication of all such entities. Eh? Report. I can't read the first word. We're under attack, sir. Magitech armor, no visible designation. Magitech? But who? Ah! All cannons return fire. Damage report. The main reactor's been hit. Helm unresponsive. We're going down, sir. Damn it, they knew exactly where to hit us. All hands, brace for impact. Sounds like somebody knew Alphino was on there. I bet it's that guy that was in that Magitech armor that took off. Apparently he wants to... I have a feeling the guy wants to fight me. Glad to have you back, Master Alphino. We have landed in one piece, more or less. But the air filtration system is damaged, and the ship is filling with smoke. We must gather the survivors and get out while we still can. Aye, aye. Oh. Okay. I have some kind of something that I'm going to end up doing. Wait, I'm Alphino? I'm Alphino. Okay. Oh wow. I get to use the white carbuncle. Oh my god. What am I supposed to do? Where am I supposed to go? Okay. Why does Alphino have an eternity ring? Am I supposed to heal these guys? I don't think I have a healing spell. This is my bar. This is not Alphino's bar. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Search for... Oh, search for survivors. I can't... I can't do anything. Oh, there we go. I love your. I would love to have the white carbuncle. Confound it, not here, not like this. Eh? What? Who in the Emperor's name? Enemies of our enemies, introductions can wait. You are calm in a crisis, Master Alphino. Let us finish this then. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, that's a book. That. Just not close enough? Oh. Okay. Oh, nice. I didn't think it would actually let me use the limit break. That's actually cool. If I'd have known that, I could have used that on all four of them when they were together. My thanks. Your intervention proved most timely. Well, well, I did not think to meet an Eorzean in this place, let alone a scion. You know of me, sir? I have some small history with your order. But I would speak of the present. Know you your assailants and the severity of your predicament? The soldiers bore the insignia of the Emperor's personal guard, and I could venture a guess as to their motive, but you yet have us at a disadvantage, sir. Will you not tell us who you are? Our names are not yours for the asking, and as for our purpose, let this be your answer. Eh? An Asian mask. The face of your prey. We must away before more arrive. Come with us or stay, but make your choice now. Even should we manage the long trek out of the burn and secure passage to the capital, we would no doubt be greeted by the Emperor's guard. Indeed, we accept your gracious offer. Shadow Hunter will suffice for the present. Come. He's a Shadow Hunter, and the next installment is Shadow Bringer. That's hilarious. I have no idea, but he has several Asian masks at his hip. So obviously he's been hunting Asians. I mean, his face kind of looks familiar. He almost looks like Sid. Well, technically I already met him, he just won't tell me his name. No, he said that we weren't privileged to know his name. At this point, anyway. Nope. This is intolerable, but as much as I wish it were otherwise, there is nothing we can do for Alphanel now but pray for his success. Well, that is not entirely true. While your brother journeys to Garlemald from the east, I could make my way there from Alamigo and find out what there is to be learned in the Empire's western provinces. Then I'm coming with you. I can't very well sit here sipping tea if there's action to be taken. Forgive me, Alizé, but the provinces are hostile territory, and stealth is all important. It is safer that I go alone. I can sneak well enough when the situation demands it. Don't patronize me. I'll go with him. And how exactly would that be any better? I must refuse your company as well, my friend. Formidable though you are, the success of my mission depends on moving unnoticed. Unless you forget, you have grown rather famous. I trust you understand. Fine. I won't go either. Go on, Thancred! Be that way! Sigh. Fine. Just promise you'll be careful. Ah! Owie! Owie, Peek! Owie! Owie, Daddy! Owie, Peek! Owie! Owie! She started biting at your face!
Trying to kill me?
She was gonna get your face!
Yeah, you was going.
Daddy's not allowed to touch Mommy.
I guess.
Mommy can pick on Daddy all she wants. She'll still go after Daddy. It seems that praying is to be the extent of my contribution after all, but I will stay behind as I have been bid. We all have our talents. Mine just happens to involve a silver tongue and soft souls. I promise to send word the moment I learn aught of consequence. See that you notify me too. I mean to depart for Doma as soon as I find a suitable East Aldenard vessel to bear me hither, but I shall return if I am needed. Be sure to drop in whenever you're next in the area, Jolteon. With any luck, I'll have a painfully detailed report from Alphinaud to share. Yay, facial expression! That is looking to the... Oh, it's ponder. So, it's like you're thinking. This next one's gonna give me food! I keep forgetting to eat food before going into dungeons. I have all this food and I don't ever eat it. Oh, Jolteon, if you've come here hoping for news, I'm afraid there isn't any. Just then, somebody comes rushing in. I have news! Everything is exactly as it was. Y'shtola is still investigating primals in the Far East. Thancred is still gathering intelligence in the Imperial provinces. And Alphinaud is still out there somewhere. I'm surprised we haven't had any news that his ship went down. There's been no word since his first scheduled report, nor does he respond to calls. And all the while, I'm just meant to sit around here waiting. It's driving me mad. Begging your pardons, I bear a message from the Eorzean Alliance. Thank the gods for that. We have a visitor. Welcome to the Rising Stones. If you have a message, I should be most eager to hear it. My lady, the Alliance leadership will soon convene to discuss the matter of Asian interference, and they humbly request the presence of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Having assessed intelligence provided by the Alamegan resistance concerning the whereabouts of Xenos' remains, they too suspect Asian involvement and wish to deliberate a suitable course of action. Oh my god, you would! As the foremost authority on our foe, your orders, Council, would be most welcome. Of course, we should be glad to assist in whatever way we can. With almost everyone else afield, I'd say this one falls to us, by which I mean I'm not going on my own. You'll come with me, I trust. Of course I will! I'd rather not. Of course. No question about it. There you have it. We accept the invitation. Thank you. The time and date of the meeting will be shared in due course, but I can confirm that the council will take place in Alamigo by your leave. Okay, so it's gonna be in Alamigo. Alamigo! 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 There! I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, but yeah. I somehow doubt we'll have anything useful to offer, but standing mutely at a meeting would still be better than the nothing I've been doing of late. Let's make ready to depart, shall we? Thancred? What's going on, man? Meow? Alright, just be careful on the road back, you hear? Did I hear you? Is that coming back? Aye, that he is. Says he's acquired some important intelligence. Been in Garlean territory, though he couldn't risk sharing the particulars in case the Imperials were listening in. So he said he'd head back as quick as he could, and to make sure someone was waiting for him in the Alamegan quarter. Understood. Jolty and I will go. Everything's happening all at once. We're bound for Alamigo anyway, and there's sure to be time before the council begins. Come on, let's be off. To Alamigo! I like the cactuars. Sorry, sabotenders. Damn, damn. Damn, damn.
Jolty on!
There's a distraction right there. There's a distraction. It's a plus. It's got a plus on it. What? It's got a plus on it! See, it's got a plus on it! Oh my god. What are you? It's 3:39.
What?
I'm messing with you. Oh my god.
What? What?
I don't think we even have an orphanage in our town.
The D-O-double-G wants to, you know what? She's pointing at me. I'll owe you $5. Go have a little fun outside with her, would you?
It's being repressed. Oh dear.
Maybe bring her monkey and throw it outside or something.
How do I get to the... How do I get to that story quest? It's like on the other side of the wall. How do I get over there? I mean, I would, but I don't think I can fly in town. Oh, I can summon my mount. Oh, I can fly in town. I could have flown over that. You two are a sight for sore eyes. Now all I need is water for my parched throat. Fetch me a cup, will you? Traipsing through Imperial territory is thirsty work. Hello, other viewer.
God, I needed that.
Yay,
I won't
voice
bother
acting.
telling you to catch your breath. Whatever brought you galloping back to us, I assume it's urgent.
Quite. Without further ado, then. After the successful uprisings in Doma and Alamigo, rebels in several other provinces were inspired to follow suit. Unfortunately, they did not fare quite so well. The Dalmascans paid the heaviest price. For their defiance, the Emperor made a show of razing their capital to the ground, prompting many of their neighbors to abandon thoughts of resistance.
Take it through the park. What?
But not all have given up on liberty. Heartened by the news of Doma's prisoner exchange, some still believe that the Empire may one day be amenable to negotiation. We have the shinobi to thank for spreading the good word. They have worked tirelessly to keep the subjugated informed, and a little knowledge can go a long way.
There is at least a spark of hope, then.
A spark in want of kindling, yes. The Alliance has already begun supplying materiel to resistance movements abroad, many of whom would otherwise struggle to continue the fight. The support effort has been led by the Sultana and the Elder Seedseer, who have both seen enough Alamigan refugees to know the consequences of oppression. And for their troubles, they have quickly earned a reputation as folk heroes in certain corners of the Empire. That is all for the provinces. As for the Garlean motherland itself, our friends the Populares have suffered something of a setback, I regret to say. Talk is rife that Doma has summoned a primal, and the Empire's more liberal voices are being drowned out in the fearful clamor for retribution.
And who do they think orchestrated this summoning?
Oh, any but those truly responsible. Xenos has seen to that. Speaking of whom, The Crown Prince is recovering remarkably well. Well enough, in fact, to enable him to personally tour the provinces, putting the fear of the Emperor into the hearts of any would-be dissidents.
He walks in plain sight, and none suspect him. Then it's as we feared.
Yes. An Ascian wears his skin. But it was not that which brought me here in such haste. During my time in the provinces, I learned many things. Yet at no point did I hear any report of a Doman emissary in the capital.
But Alphonse should have arrived by now. Could they be holding him there in secret?
The possibility did cross my mind, but I have reason to believe he never reached his destination. As you know, Scions assigned to covert operations, such as Riol and myself, are issued special link pearls for communication in the event of an emergency. I mention this because it was originally Alphino's task to coordinate the response at headquarters, meaning he has one. And whose voice should I hear when mine recently crackled to life?
You spoke with Alphino?
Spoke with? No. I but heard his voice, and none too clearly at that. 2 words were all I could make out. The burn.
The wasteland on the edge of Otherd. Something must have happened to them there. There's no time to waste. We must make for the burn at once.
I had a feeling you might say that.
And? I can't very well sit around here drinking tea if Alphino's in trouble. You said yourself that this link pill was only to be used in emergencies. So I'm going, and that's the end of it.
What about our meeting? So we're canceling the meeting?
Oh, far be it from me to change your minds.
Okay. Loath though I am to neglect making preparations for the council, we must act swiftly before Alphino's trail goes cold. I propose we first pay Hien a visit. He's sure to want to hear about these developments, and he may well be able to advise us on how best to reach the burn. A sound plan, and Y'shtola is in Doma, is she not? I dare say she'd join you in the search if you asked her nicely. While you see to all that, I shall go and report my findings to the Alliance. You may leave any preparations for the council to me. Okay, I was gonna say maybe Thancred will go. Since we obviously can't make it to the meeting. Thank you, Thancred. Right to Doma then. We have much and more to share with Y'shtola. Okay, to the Doman Enclave now. So many side quests. These exclamation points are bugging me. I know, Jolty, stay on task. I'm behaving, okay? I'm behaving. It sucks that you can't fly here. would have been nice if that had been voice acting as well as the last cutscene. That is curious indeed. While other matters demand my attention at present, I shall bear what you have told me in mind. Should you notice any change, do not hesitate to seek me out. Thank you, my lady. You are most kind. Well, well, two faces from the dim and distant past. Come now, it hasn't been that long. Who was that you were speaking with? A local miner who supplies crystals for the rebuilding effort of late. He claims to have struggled to find a crystal with so much as a trace of elemental energy. Upon learning that I had some knowledge of Aether, he came seeking my counsel. Just now he brought me one of his recent finds. It was precisely as he described, devoid of elemental energy, and eerily reminiscent of the despected crystals that manifested in Eorzea in the days prior to the calamity. We would be wise to investigate this phenomenon more closely. Indeed, but on a more positive note, the locals seem to have taken a liking to you. More an interest in than a liking to, I think. The sight of a Makote with a peculiar contraption upon her head has a certain novelty value in these parts. Any actual regard that may have for me, I owe wholly to you and the others who came before. Everyone here has been exceedingly cooperative, and I am pleased to report that I have all but concluded my investigation. Simply put, by focusing one's will upon an aether-infused object of worship, it is possible to conduct a summoning. So the fact that they are objects of worship is the key. They are themselves suffused with the requisite belief. Correct. Such sacred relics as the Kojin collect
Hi, did you have fun?
obviate the need for religious fervor in the summoner. Yotsuyu being the most obvious example, she had but to associate the artifact given to her by Asahi with the divine, and it served to amplify her desire to give them form. A form nourished through the power of crystals, also provided by her brother, and thus was Tsukuyomi brought into being. Which brings me to the question of preventative measures, to which I have yet to find a satisfactory answer. At present, I know of naught that will avail us save to keep watch over the movement of relics and crystals, as if we did not have enough to keep watch over already. But I doubt you came all this way to hear that which may be perused in a report. Has something happened to Alphino? She's very perceptive. Explains the situation. I shall join you in the search, of course. Thank you, Shola. I should be glad of your help, truly. Now, if there's nothing else, I shall go on ahead and request an audience with Lord Hien. Alize puts on a brave face, but she has little talent for concealment. We should join her at the Kainkan. Yeah. Have I done my summoning quests all the way up to 71? I don't think I have. I've been slack-a-lacking. Of course, I can't do anything from 70 to 80, but I don't think I did my 60 to 70 quests. I could be wrong. Maybe I have. I should go look. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Yes. Greetings, my friend. Alize has explained all to me. Needless to say, you shall have our full cooperation in the search, even if Alphinaud's trail does lead to the burn of all places. Feel the burn! The region known as the Burn occupies a special place in Garlean history. Every child in the Empire is familiar with the tale. In the distant past, it was a verdant land teeming with life, but successive summonings saw it bled dry of ether and reduced to a desert. It was upon beholding the devastation that primals wrought that Emperor Solus was spurred to embark upon his crusade against their kind. The burn offers a glimpse of the future we seek to prevent. Know you of any reason why Alphinaud might have gone there? I mischance. Though it lies on the route to Garlemald, it is no place to make a stop. My guess is they encountered some manner of trouble there. In any event, I am of the same mind as Alize. We have no choice but to take our search to the burn. Given the considerable distance involved, 'tis best we went by bird. Joltion and I have our yoles. Yugiri, will you ready falcons for the others?
Want to take a look at them?
I shall gather our swiftest birds. Near the house of the fierce there is an overlook. Pray join us there once you have seen to your preparations. Okay. Where are we going? I would say more marble than anything.
All of your,
Those are my favorites.
out of all of those, this is all your favorites. That's it. Well, I feel good.
I mean, I have more.
I hope so. I know you do.
The ones that I wear the most.
Why do you have double Freddy Krueger and double... Did we order it twice? You got double...
Freddy Krueger, Frankenstein, Beetlejuice.
Oh, because they go in each year, two Beetlejuice. Got it. Okay.
What did you think it was, like one different?
Yeah, I wasn't thinking.
I did get my
See, look at
my
this.
rando horse. Oh, I like those. Even though they have purple marbled into them, those are still kind of, I still like
They're
those.
so shiny.
They sparkle like a diamond in the rough. They're squishy.
They're silicone.
Yeah, but I couldn't say they're too tough because they're squishy. But yeah, I did get my rando horse that you get. It randomly drops between Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda. One of those three will drop it. It just doesn't always drop. What? I summoned my horse so I could fly over to the next spot, and it just happened to be the rando horse that randomly dropped, so I was explaining to people what it was. But yeah, it has the Garuda wind. You can see the Titan gravel kind of spitting off the back. And then it's got the Ifrit horn. I still need to get the rest of the horses with Jolty on. What ones do I need? Sorry, distractions. Never mind, I won't look. I think Rom is one of them. If everyone is here and possessed of a bird, let us away. Remember, our destination is a barren wasteland. There is no civilization to speak of for 100 malms in all directions. Take care you do not lose your way. The burn, now accessible. I'm guessing this is one of the 2 dungeons, unless you counted the fight with Alphino as one of the dungeons. So this is one of the 2 dungeons. Okay. So Alphino didn't count. So I have one more dungeon after this. I don't know how many quests I think I've completed 4? I don't know. Izzy's doing something and then he will join me. Is Nate joining too? Oh. Is Dylan joining too? Is Snowjewel joining too? I didn't even see him join. I didn't see him join. Oh. You called him Snowdeal. I didn't know that. I know you as the... You're the good Dylan. That's all there is to it. I had no idea when they were saying Snowdeal that they were actually talking about you. I thought there was some other random person that was in the free company that had joined that was named Snowdeal. I never really looked in the party to see if there actually was a Snowdeal in the party. I just never asked who Snowdeal was. Because apparently Jolty is special. How long is this dungeon? I only asked because I'm like 5 minutes away from being 2 hours. I should probably end the episode here and then start another one when you're ready to go. No, I was bad. I did like a 2.5, almost 3 hour episode last night on Monster Hunter. I was bad. Okay, I need to quit eating this. Ow. And bit my cheek. Ow! Anyway, stay crazy, have a great day, night, evening, morning, whatever it is when we're watching this. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that you can get notifications whenever I stream. Check out the website in the description. My buddy Shio did a great job on the merch designs. I love them. And I'll see you in the next video.